Alright, coolant flush on this 2019 Sea-Doo GTI SC130. This is going to be pretty much the same procedure for all 4-stroke Sea-Doos. We're going to get right into it. Tools you're going to need are a 5mm Allen wrench to drain your Sea-Doo coolant. You're going to need some aluminum block rated coolant. This is what my dealership gave me. Sea-Doo makes a BRP version. I'll put a link for that. But that stuff is expensive. This is pretty cheap. You're obviously going to need a flush attachment, and then you're going to need some cheap distilled water for your flushing procedure. So first thing we're going to do is pop open our coolant reservoir right here, and we are going to drain the system. Get your bucket and drainer. So once you're all drained in, you're going to put the screw back in, and we're going to go up to the reservoir and fill it with distilled water until it's about halfway full, giving it a minute or two to settle in between so that it bleeds out some of the air, and then we're going to run the ski for about a minute or so. Right now, fill the system up. We're going to air send this. Alright, it might be hard to see on camera, but we've let the distilled water sit for a little bit, and we're right at the minimum mark, which is fine. We're just running the ski for a minute. So put your cap back on, make sure your drain screw's back in, and we are going to start the ski. Make sure you got your flush adapter hooked up. Start it first and turn the water on. Alright, so we've been running for about a minute or so. We're going to kill the water, turn off the ski, let it cool for a couple minutes, and then we're going to do that one more time and then drain out the distilled water. You can see that there was still some coolant in the system. Alright, so this is start number 2. Turn the ski on. Turn the water. Alright, so we just ran it a second time. Now we're going to drain again. Alright, so we just filled up the system with distilled water for the second time. This is going to be our first run on this second flush, so we'll run it twice like this, a minute in between, just let the engine get hot. We'll flush it out again, and then we'll fill it up with our coolant. So this is run number 1 of our second flush. Alright, drain it. Alright, we're going to start filling out. It helps if you have 2 people for this part, but we're going to solo this one. So it's still pretty clear. Keep going. And that looks good to me. We're gonna put the screw in and then just fill until you're at your minimum. Run the ski again, check the level, and you are done. So now we're just gonna fill until we're at our minimum. We're actually a little less than that. Just keep in mind the coolant is cold compared to what it's going to be when the ski's running. We're just going to keep filling. And then give it a minute or so to settle. Right there, we're at a minimum. Yep. Throw the cap on. Run the ski for another minute. And then top off for a level. Alright, so the level didn't drop much, but we're going to add just a bit. And then that will be it. Sea-Doo recommends you do this every 300 hours or 5 years. This ski has about 50 hours and it's 5 years old, so I'm getting ahead of the game here. This guy runs less than a fat kid on a Saturday morning after he eats a box of donuts.
The line where the sky meets the sea, it calls me, and no one knows how far it goes. Oh, let's go, that's class!
Do yourself a favor, do it earlier than Sea-Doo is telling you, or any of these places. Pretty simple, not that complicated. But like, comment, subscribe, guys. All right, peace.